Welcome. Now, we were looking at the Nessus demo or walkthrough with the help of various snapshots. And on this URL that you see on the screen, you should be able to download this trial 7-day software and try out this yourself. So let's take a look at some of the screenshots. Now, this was the advanced scan and compliance set of benchmarks, which I had included in the last module. And this includes some IIS, Microsoft Office, Google Chrome, and PowerPoint and Windows 7 benchmarks. Now, you can also now click on the top menu. We did compliance now, but now we look at plugins. So there are a lot of plugins, and these may be enabled or disabled, and you can disable all or enable all to start off with. And depending on what system you want to scan, there's several plugins. For example, here I have plugins showing in this screen for web servers, for Windows, Microsoft Bulletins, and for Ubuntu. And I can enable plugins to assist in the scanning. Now, when I have completed the configuration of my scan, it appears on my scan dashboard. And here, this was the localhost advanced scan. And I actually clicked the button, and now it's showing me a green icon, which you may not be able to see, which means a scan is in progress. So there's a rotating circle in green, and it shows you the start time. And now I had set all the parameters for my scan, and now it's in progress. So when the scan completes, it'll tell you completed. And when you click on that particular icon, then it'll show you a report about how many vulnerabilities, and this is shown here. So my scan resulted in 43 info vulnerabilities, and I actually ran this on my own system. So there were 43 vulnerabilities, and when you click on that, then it'll show you the detail. And these were all Netstat port scanner SSH vulnerabilities, and there were 43 of those. So you can actually drill down and click further and further, and it'll give you more and more detail. And when you click on further on the icon, it will tell you the breakup of those 43 vulnerabilities, and it's now telling me which ports were found to be open. And it says that port 68 was open, 123 UDP port was open, 135 TCP port was open, and there's a long list of the 43 vulnerabilities that were shown. So now I go to a different test on my new scan window, which is the web application test. And when I click on that, it's, I can go to settings, and I've clicked on credentials. It's asking me for HTTP login credentials for a credential scan. And I can actually enter the username, password, login page, login submission page, and login parameters. And here's another scan on the new scan window called Credential Patch Audit. And this will ask me for some credentials. It asks me for authentication method, which is password, username. I've entered administrator and a password. And I'm entering credentials here. And when I complete the configuration, it shows the scan on the scan dashboard. And then I can click the credential patch audit, which I've already done here on the screen. And it shows me it started at a certain time, and it's showing me a green icon, and that scan is now in progress. So when the scan is completed, this scan gave me, the credential audit scan gave me 61 info vulnerabilities or notifications. And when I click on those, it's showing me the particular breakup. And I had Netstat port scanner 43, which was previously shown also. I have DCE services enumeration. I had 7 info vulnerabilities. And then there were different other vulnerabilities related to SMB, and those are all shown here. And when you click on any of them in the previous screen, you will see the breakup as shown on the screen right now. So again, we've taken a look at some different scans which are on the new scan window, and Nessus is really easy to operate. And the important thing is that you should know, and by studying and researching, you should know when to use a credential scan, and you should actually test that and compare a credential and a non-credential scan on the same asset and compare the results. And what type of parameters you want to enter, such as plugins, and what impact they actually create. So there's a lot of research that you can do. There's some studying that you can do. There's some testing that you can do. And the more time you spend on this, the better you'll get at it. That's all that we have for this module. Thank you.